Thank you very much, Ken Warrington, down here in the winner's circle with, as you mentioned, Hall of Fame trainer Linda Toscano. Linda, we've got a couple of questions from our fans online, a couple live on-track questions. Hopefully you're ready.
I'm ready.
Alrighty, well, first things first, someone asked about one of your stars from a couple years ago. That's Lady Chaos, who won the Breeders' Crown 2 years ago in 2020, was in an elimination last year, and we haven't seen from her since. What's she been up to?
She was trying to become a mother. It didn't work out very well. It was a really tough decision whether to bring her back this year. And after we saw those crazy prices at the sale last year, we all elected to breed her. Unfortunately, she got in full with twins and she lost them. So we'll have to wait till next year for that.
And again, we got Gary DeLeo here on track with a couple of questions. Gary?
Okay, with me right now I have Georgie Porgy, a stand-up comedian from Jersey City. George, what's your question for Linda?
Well, where did the intrigue come from to come up with this selection for this amazing filly tonight? Where did you come up with this one? And well, why the selection? Why the selecciones?
Sometimes you just have to be at the right place at the right time. And her current owner was taking a look at her at the sale, and what intrigued me was simply her mom. Molly Can Do It was my first Breeders' Crown winner. So even though I didn't know a whole lot about Keystone Velocity, I was willing to give it a shot. She was a good-looking mare. She looked a lot like her mother, and it's really worked out well so far.
Now, Linda, we'll take a little walk down the road here. 2012, you become the first female trainer of the year. What did that mean to you? And obviously, talk a little bit about, you also kind of paved the way here. Obviously, Nancy Tachter since then has become the second female trainer of the year.
You know, you can't write that script. You start out liking horses as a girl and riding them, and then you find a way to make a living doing something that you love. And when it can lead to becoming trainer of the year, it's just a dream that you can't even imagine.
And now if we go a couple more years down the line, we get to 2018, inducted into the Hall of Fame. Talk a little bit about that day.
Again, you know, you raise the bar, and that's not something you even allow your brain to go to. So that was ultimately the biggest honor of my life, and it was humbling.
Gary?
Okay, Linda, I have a question myself. Well, your handball winner market share, I realized he started out at Freehold Racetrack with Jeff Gregory. Was that the plan to start him at Freehold, and did you know he was that good at that young, and how did Jeff bring him along?
Honestly, he was a late comer. He had a really good attitude and needed more time. And Jeff is a great horseman. He's phenomenal with young horses, and he's a good friend, and I think he's a good driver. So it worked out really well that once we decided to start him at Freehold, he put a really great foundation under him.
All right, Lyndon, last question for you. With tonight being New Jersey Sire Stakes Finals night, we've gotten a couple more monies from the state here in terms of appropriations. How has that helped the program?
It is ultimately the reason that I think we're all standing here right now. The appropriation money just breathed life into this industry that was actually not doing really well. And it raised the purses. It brought more mares to the state. It brought world-class trotting stallions, and now pacing stallions are following, you know, with the addition of Perfect Sting, and on the trotting end of it, we've got Muscle Hill, Walner, Tactical Landing, Six Pack, now Propulsion. You know, these are the real deal, and all of that has happened because of the appropriation money, and in turn, that brings more and more mares to the state, which brings revenue to the state, which in turn turns to jobs. So I think it's a reciprocal effort on both parts.
Well, it's great to hear, and we'll look forward to seeing those 4 New Jersey Sire Stakes finals here tonight, and we'll get Dave Brower and Jessica Otten on the other side to talk tonight's featured action.